Welcome to the Poor Man's Gourmet Kitchen, where we share gourmet recipes at a low-budget wonder. Now check this out.
Here I've got a thick cut ribeye steak. And as you know, beef isn't cheap these days, but I picked up this 20-ounce steak for about $17. Normally costs you about $25 to $30 if you had it served in a restaurant. As you can see, it's just under 2 inches, so we've got a pretty thick steak. Nice marbling, a little bit tapered, but overall, pretty good proportion. Just brushing on some canola oil on all sides of the steak. Now sprinkling on some kosher salt and black pepper. Just flip it over here. Do the exact same thing to the other side. Just going to rub and press that in so it doesn't fall off when I lift it and get all the sides. Dab up all the salt and pepper that fell to the sides on the cutting board. Then let it rest 5 minutes, an hour, overnight in the fridge if you want. Now here I've preheated my gas grill. I've got 3 burners, front to back. They run left to right, right to left, and I've got all of them set on their lowest setting. I'm going to drop that steak right in the center here, and I'm going to grill for about 10 minutes per side, but I turn and rotate about every 5, not just for the grill marks, but to distribute that heat evenly. And I drop the lid down every time for that 5 minutes before I lift and rotate. With the lid down, it gets up to almost 400 degrees in there. Again, that's with all the burners on their lowest setting. But now that it's been 10 minutes, it's time to flip this bad boy over. Now using the canola oil, I get a much higher smoke point. So if you're wanting better grill marks, you need something like olive oil, or even dunk your steak in clarified butter before you grill. Now again, we're waiting 5 minutes before we rotate our steak. And this will be the last 5 minutes. Now it's really bright filming outside, so this steak looks a lot lighter with the camera than it really does to me here in person. It's a lot darker. But this will be the last time with the lid down. And right here at the end we'll do the reverse sear. I move it to the hot spot on my grill and I crank it up on high for a minute on each side. Now just give it its last flip. And let's just go in for a close-up. If you like this video, be sure to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Now when you're grilling a thick steak, it's not a bad idea to take an internal temp. I set mine for 135 and nailed it. That's Fahrenheit, folks. So now it's time to go ahead and pull that bad boy off the grill. Gosh, it's so big. It looks like a small duck.
That's what she said. Quack.
Bender? Always clean up your grill when it's still hot. Take care of it, it will take care of you. Now you can already see that cap's trying to separate from the eye. I'm going to let it rest here for about 10 minutes. That'll keep the juices from running all over the cutting board when we slice into it. But I'm not even going to play around here. Let's go ahead and separate those two. See, the cross grains are different. They run different directions here. On the cap, you'll see it runs this way here, and the eye this way. So we're going to cut against the grain. Makes for a more tender bite. And here we go. Huh? Next slice. You see here I've achieved a good medium. My kids won't think it's still mooing when I put it on their plates. So that's how the eye turned out. But let's take a look at my favorite cut, the cap. What up, Cap? Ooh, very nice. Now, of course, there's other ways to cook your steak, other methods, but you'll have to check out my pan-fried ribeye steak. It's phenomenal. Now, I don't know anybody that would complain about that piece right there. No way, no how. It's delicious. And that's why they call this food porn. Outstanding. Now let's set it up here for the money shot. And And there you have it. Thick cut ribeye steak right here in the Poor Man's Gourmet kitchen.
Thank you for watching, and be sure to stop by PoorMansGourmetKitchen.com for more recipes and exact ingredients.